For any scam attempt to be successful, one or more of these factors need to be present. Number 1, human greed. Number 2, human generosity. Number 3, human vulnerability. Did you know, according to the BBC program Panorama, in Britain we receive 21 million, yes, 21 million scam calls every year. That's one call every 8 seconds. In this video, we are going to look at how you can avoid falling prey to these fraudsters or these scammers. Please stay tuned. Hello everyone, my name is JP of JP Financial and Accounting, Everyday Finance Made Simple. In this channel, we try to train, to coach and equip you with relevant money management skills. And above this, we always try to glean as much wisdom as possible from scripture. I intend to make this a 3-part video series. In this episode, we are going to look at human greed. In the second episode, we are going to look at our vulnerabilities. And in the last episode, we are going to look at our generosity. Before we go any further in this video, please do like the video, add your comments below, please share with family, friends. This particular one with young people, because I'm going to be looking at young people in particular in this video. And also, please do subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. This video was inspired by the BBC Panorama program that I watched a few days ago. I will link this below. Please do take time to watch it. It's on the BBC iPlayer. The program looks at how scammers target young people, but we know that scammers don't just target young people, they target anyone that they can get their hands on, and they'll try to scam as many as possible. Scammers do target us, and they'll use anything they can to reach you. They will call you, particularly if you're a senior citizen. Scammers will use the internet, or they will email you. Scammers will use social media for the young people. And sometimes they will use a friend's friend and friend to reach you. Please be aware that there are many different ways that the scammers will try. And so how do they use human greed? They will tell you have won a competition and you need to do something to claim the prize. They'll tell you they have millions of dollars or millions of pounds in Nigeria or at the World Bank or at the United Nations, and they need your help to transfer that money. Scammers will offer you unbelievable returns on your investments. If you have watched one of my earlier videos about investments, you know that on an investment, generally, you'll get between 6 and 8%, maybe 12% if your investment has been really successful. But scammers will promise you huge returns, 20%, 40%, 60%, 100%, or even more. If you hear those kind of numbers, your red flags should be raised immediately. Sometimes scammers claim to be men of God. Sometimes they claim to be prophets. They claim to be pastors. And they'll tell you that if you give them so much money, God will abundantly bless you. And all these methods are using your greed to target you. They know that every one of us wants a bit of luxury. Every one of us wants a bit of comfort. Every one of us wants to work a little bit less for more. So they will use that human greed to target us. So please do not let your greed allow these scammers to take advantage of you. Today I wanted to look at this particular scam called money muling, or squares as young people call it. What is a money mule? According to one particular police website that I looked at, money mules are recruited sometimes unwittingly by criminals to transfer illegally obtained money between different accounts. It can be accounts within the same country, sometimes it can be accounts overseas. In general, scammers use our greed to recruit us as money mules. And as I said, they target everyone and anyone. Look at this article that appeared in the Mirror. I was a 15-year-old money mule after criminals hired me at the school gate. This makes my point. Scammers or fraudsters will target anyone, regardless of age. There are many ways that scammers or fraudsters will use to target you. The most common way that they use to recruit young people is through social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and so on and so forth. They will ask you to hand over your bank details to them. Sometimes they'll ask you to give them your bank card. They will use your bank card or your bank details for money laundering. This means that they will use your bank account for their illegal activities. So what are the repercussions for this? Number 1, your bank account will be closed and you'll not be able to open another bank account. Number 2, you'll not be able to get a mobile phone contract. Number 3, you'll find it very difficult to access any loans, that is student loans, and a mortgage when the time comes. Number 4, and you could go to prison, up to 14 years in prison if the police decide to prosecute you. How can you protect yourself against this? Firstly, never ever give your financial details to anyone. Never give your bank card to anyone. Never give your PIN to anyone. Number 2, you must always know that there is no legitimate company that will ask to transfer their money through your bank account. Why couldn't they be able to use their own bank account? If they tell you it's legit, you must know it simply means it's not legit. Number 3, be careful not to accept job offers that seem to pay you huge sums of money for very, very little work. Finally, use your better judgment. Do not allow your greed to rule over you. Finally, let us go to our verse of the day. Our verse of the day today comes from Jeremiah 6 verse 13. Because from the least of them, even to the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness. And from the prophet, even to the priest, everyone deals falsely. The New Living Translation puts it this way. From the least to the greatest, their lives are ruled by greed. From the prophet to the priests, they are all frauds. Very strong words. Need I say more? What the prophet is saying here, every single one of us is vulnerable to greed. We are greedy by nature. Therefore, we should not allow our greed to rule over us. Paul puts it this way in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness, and pierced themselves through many sorrows. As I said earlier on, there are repercussions if you allow yourself to be used as a money mule, or if you allow yourself to be used in any fraud. We spoke about the risk of your bank account being closed. We spoke about the risk of not being able to get a loan. We spoke about the risk of going to prison. But perhaps the most important one is your character and your reputation. You take years to build your character and reputation, but if you allow greed to rule over you, you can destroy that in a matter of days or hours or even minutes. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope this video has been informative. Please do like it, comment in the comments below, share with family and friends, as I said, with young people, and also please do subscribe to the channel. It will help us because of the way the YouTube algorithm works to grow the channel. Bye for now and God bless.